So everyone's seen the Invincible War in Season 3 of Invincible, or they've read it in the comics. If you haven't, maybe you can't read, or you're blind, or you're deaf. Which in that case, you probably won't be watching this video, so I don't care about you. So the Invincible War was pretty cool. What if we had a Ben 10 war? Which we actually had something kind of similar to this in Omniverse. We're going to talk about cooler versions though. But how would this happen? Probably Eon, like he's done before, but this time he's going after the best versions of Ben across the universe. The first Ben we'd get, Alabama Ben. This version of Ben has buck teeth and he has overalls. When PermaX picked up Alabama Ben and Alabama Gwen, well, you know how the memes go. So let's just say Gwen turns Ben into Diamond Head without needing the Omnitrix. This Ben doesn't get along with the other Bens at all. Number 2, OmniKnight Ben. This is the Ben at the end of Ultimate Alien that had the Ultimatrix and Ascalon, and then also all of Dagon's powers. But in this timeline, he ends up keeping all those powers. And he ends up killing everyone he loves, but in a very merciful way, if that's how you say that. I barely passed art, so probably not. He kills them because he wants to reach godhood, and he doesn't think he can do that with those ties. He's kind of like a self-righteous douche. Number 3, we cooked on this one. PermaX. This is Ben, but he permanently stays as Alien X. He's similar to the last one, OmniKnight Ben, but he's Alien X, and he kind of rules his universe, making things happen as he thinks it should. Number 4, Bengax. In this universe, Vilgax came down to Earth when the Omnitrix came down and when Ben got it, and he took Ben out of there and raised him as his own, trying to make the ultimate weapon. This Ben only got up to Alien Force's watch, but he has more DNA samples than any watch we've seen, and he goes from planet to planet with Vilgax, absorbing power in his forms. For example, he goes to Pyros as Heat Blast and absorbs other Pyronites' power. So his forms are just like amped. They're basically on steroids. And Vilgax uses his tentacle to stick the needle in Ben's butt. And the last one, number 5, Immortal Ben. This Ben got the Omnitrix stolen when he was a teenager and started training magic. And since he's 1/4 Anodite, he has that power too once he trained it. He used this power to get revenge and get the Omnitrix back. Now he's thousands of years old, getting better at magic and using the Omnitrix. He's used his magic to help him live forever along with the Omnitrix. His Omnitrix can turn him ultimate and turn him into fusions. And his aliens can use magic as well. But he's pretty old. He has like a big beard that's white. Eon shows up with all these Bens to the Prime Universe, or the universe that Ben had recreated. They start out by going to Mr. Smoothies, and Alabama Ben says something about missing Gwen, or like this smoothie tastes like Gwen, some weird shit. And OmniKnight Ben just punches him, and Alabama Ben just ends up in Mr. Bauman's house, just destroys his house. This will also be different because these Bens won't just mindlessly kill people because they're not part Viltrumite. They're solely coming after Ben and their team. There's also not a real good way of stopping these guys at all. Also, I believe Alien X is the only Alien X across the multiverse for that Celestial Sapien form. Well, I don't know if they use all the same Alien X when they turn into them. I'm not sure how that would work with PermaX, but it's something to think about. I think the only way you end up beating this team is hitting their heartstrings somehow, probably with Gwen and Kevin and Grandpa Max and maybe Ben's parents. Maybe even Ben using Talk No Jutsu, telling them how Ben 10 should be. But this would be sick, because I think we see Generator X come in. I also think we see the Secret Saturdays come in, because they need all the help they can possibly get. You'd also get Gwen full Anodite form, and we'd maybe get Kevin as an amalgam. Maybe he's absorbing Immortal Ben's watch, getting those ultimates and fusion power. We don't want him absorbing Alabama Ben's watch, that's for sure. Not know what could happen with that. Seeing him absorb OmniKnight Ben's watch too would be sick. Just his power with Dagon's power and Ascalon. Well, that's the video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.
Just come back for fun, because it's great being alive with you.
Good reason.